Well, it's the next day. See how nice that door came out? Look at that. That's looking really good. I've got 2 coats on that side, 2 coats on the other side. I let it dry an extra day, cure an extra day. I'm ready to install both of these doors now. This door jamb turned out really good. It's all nicely been painted, and you see how I put the masking tape around there. I'm going to pull that masking tape up and stuff. Yeah, you can get them this nice too. You know, just a few simple steps. I'm gonna have to pull the masking tape off my little metal tab there that said 20-minute labeled door frame. Same thing on the door. See, I didn't paint over those. I put a little piece of masking tape and then cut it out with a very sharp razor blade. And I'll pull those off, clean that up, make sure I got it all done nicely. And then I'm gonna put this stuff back together. You don't have to be a painter to do these kind of things. Just keep watching my channel. Go to my main YouTube channel page if you want and click on playlists and scroll down to all the different things I have on my channel. Okay, I'm still on home or condo renovations episode, whatever one this is. And yes, I got all this stuff here. You know, you're gonna start accumulating all kinds of stuff when you start doing things on your own. So remember that. But hey, the good thing is, this is way cheaper to buy some tools of your own than to start paying somebody for every single time you need something painted around your house. Phooey on that. Get your stuff out and do it yourself. All right, time to get busy. Okay, pop that door back on there. Got the screws on there. I'm gonna kind of hold off on this. I might hold off on this another day or so, so that this paint can cure one extra day before tightening up the door handle on here, so it doesn't stick to the paint, because this paint is only a day and a half old, maybe 2 days old. You see what I mean? And that's okay. I can leave it like that for now. And I'll probably end up doing that to this next door. That's going to be a heavy one. That's going to be a hard one for me. An 1 3/4 door, solid core. And I'm probably not going to put the door handles on today. My main thing is to put the hinges back on. And because this is a door that goes between the condo and the garage, you need to have self-closing spring-loaded hinges on there, or something like that. And so, you know, that's what they had on here before. That's what these were. See how they look different than a hinge like this with the hinge pin? This is all kind of together. Okay, we're not going to put those back on because Mommy wanted the nickel finish. Doesn't that nickel finish look nice against white? And the gray walls, that just looks like a nice color, you know, rather than gold. Had we have painted the walls and all this and left the gold on there, it just wouldn't look as nice. Okay, and so we're decided to go with the nickel finish hinges and stuff. And remember, I told you there's 3 kinds of hinges. See how this one here, this is a quarter round. I think this is a 1/4 inch radius. See how big the radius is? And on the interior doors, see how the radius, there's a radius there, but it's a nice tight one, right? So they have that kind too. And then they have just square point on there. These were 3.5 inch hinges. So when I went to the store, I thought, I hope I can get the ones with the big radius, because if I couldn't find them, you'd have to mortise this out for square hinges or the tighter corner radius. So I went to the store, and yes, I was able to find the ones with the big radius. Now, here's something else. See this one? This one was with the big radius. This was just happened to be a different brand. See how they go boom, boom, kind of at an angle back and forth. Well, look at this one here. This one doesn't have that, does it? Every single one of those holes, I'm gonna have to pre-drill before I install it on the door and the door jamb. I couldn't find this kind. This was the only one I could find, the only style at the store. And sometimes you just have to make do with what they have. And I wanted the nickel finish. And see this? This is satin chrome finish. And I thought, okay, how far off could it be? Well, here's the nickel finish, the 4-inch with the big radius I was able to find. And see, on that one, I haven't even opened it yet, but I think I can see this one's gonna be the same. No, this one's not the same layout as that. Look at, see here, it goes across, down, across, and it's not even the same as this. So see, different brands, different configurations. I'm gonna have to pre-drill those holes out too. The pattern's not the same. The color was slightly off, if you can kind of see. And so I went to a couple different stores to see if they had a 4-inch with the big radius in satin chrome, because they didn't have these in nickel finish. See this one here? Let's see, satin nickel finish. See, satin nickel finish. And that's the kind on all the doors on the inside. But you know, that's going to be this middle one. It's not going to be that much of a difference. These are going to, the top and bottom ones are going to be slightly different. Okay, oh well, that's the way it goes. You know, I tried, I did my best. I went to 2 different stores, and that's what I came up with. So that's what I'm going to install. Okay, so I've got to pre-drill those, set the door down, get that all set up, and then remember, I'm here all by myself, and this is the only hinge that's going to have a pin that I can kind of set on there. And so I'll screw the other hinges on the door and prop it on there, put my my knee pad down on the floor here, and kind of protect this floor, because I don't want to scratch this floor. And then I have to kind of brace that up to line that up, because this door is going to be wonky because I'm here by myself and this is a solid core door. I thought, how else can I do that? And you know, I could wait until Mommy gets home, but I don't want to do that. I want you to see that if I can do it, you can do it. And that's just how it goes. So I'll have to shim up the door and all that kind of stuff to get it up on there. Okay, so that's my next step, getting these hinges in. And what you want to do on this, you don't want to keep this door stood up. I mean, I could flip the door around and have the hinges facing out this way, okay? But it's way easier to work on the door having it down kind of at an angle, leaned up against the wall with the hinges up, so that you're screwing down this way instead of sideways. Trust me, even trying to get the screws on, if you had that flipped around, you could easily have your drill come off your battery operated screw gun and ding your door down here, up here, something like that. It's harder to get your screws in all the way and get them nicely and solid. I always set everything down on the ground, okay, or down at an edge, leaned up against the wall and out at an angle for doing one door. I used to do commercial doors and do whole projects, and I would lay the doors on edge, leaned up against the wall, boom, 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 boom. And then I would, the trick there was you have to line them up in such a way to where you can get all the hinges on without hitting the next door and the next one and the next one on the sides, and then knowing which door is facing to the top, which door is facing to the bottom, because it makes a difference when you put your hinges on sometimes. Because I always like to have the hinges, if there's a little name on it, I like to have those so if somebody looks at the hinge, they can read it instead of having it be upside down. So sometimes you got to flip the hinges around if the hinge pins can go in either top or bottom. Some hinges can't do that. Some hinges have a little thing on the bottom where you have to put them all in the same way. So then some of them on your door frames, some have 3 prongs coming out, 3 knuckles, some only have 2 knuckles coming out. Do you see what I mean? So you just have to kind of take care when you're working on doors, especially ones that have just been painted. All right, time to get busy once again.